Today we are breaking down the Hawk coin. How much money did Hawk Tuah, aka Haley Welch, take from this scam, how exactly they pulled it off, and why she won't go to jail. And the first thing I'll tell you is she ran away. So the big news for crypto yesterday was that the SEC rejected the Solana ETF because they claim Solana is a security. But nobody cares. Everyone's talking about Hawk coin and the Hawk Tuah girl, making up the amounts of money she took and claiming she's going to jail for it. So we will try to clarify here what is and what is not true. No, she didn't take $50 million. The three people who have been revealed to be behind Hawk coin so far are, of course, Hawk Tuah girl, Alexander Larson Schultz, Howie Mandel's son-in-law, who goes by the nickname Doc Holliday, and a guy hiding behind an account called Over Here. They've taken about $4 million so far, $2,015,000 in pre-sale, and almost $2 million in fees. I explained this in detail and showed blockchain evidence in a previous video, so if you want, you can watch that. However, they didn't do a classic rug pull. They pulled this scam in an indirect way, making it look like they didn't do anything wrong. A classic rug pull would be if they dumped the tokens they allocated to themselves and thus drained the liquidity pool. But this could get them into legal trouble, mainly because Hawk Tuah is in the spotlight and the authorities would probably want to use her as an example to show how they care about investors. Right. Sure. So she apparently got legal advice to do it differently. She, along with her team, created a legal entity, the Foundation, in the Cayman Islands. This entity collects the money that comes from this token and then passes it on to the people in the Foundation. So instead of directly selling the token on the open market to retail investors and thus catastrophically driving down the price, they did the same thing indirectly by selling 17% of the supply to 285 insiders. Hawk Tuah and her team took $2,015,000 from them, and then those insiders dumped it on the open market immediately, taking in $3.3 million so far, according to research by Bubble Maps. Legally, it seems they did nothing wrong, because how can they control whether those insiders sell the tokens immediately or later? Actually, the scam lies behind the fact that they did not make agreements with those insiders to lock up the tokens for a while and have a vesting period. They did not do this because absolutely no one would buy this in the pre-sale. No one. Usually, the life of a meme token lasts 10 to 20 minutes. So, who is crazy to put money up front and wait a month, 2 or 5 to sell when the token is probably already dead by then? The only way for Hawk Tuah and her team to get the money up front was to let those insiders dump it on retail investors right away. So to get that $2 million right away, they had to either do that or dump the tokens themselves, which would, again, get them into legal trouble. Of course, they weren't content to just take the money from the fees they received from taxing retail investors, which have so far totaled nearly $2 million. They had to find a way to squeeze every dollar out of Hawk Tuah fans. And don't forget, she still has 10% of the token supply, which she will be able to start selling after 12 months. Additionally, the owner of these two addresses, which made over $1.6 million in profit in just few minutes, is an insider. I also talked about this in the previous video I mentioned. In the meantime, Hawk Tuah disappeared, and with her, her team. She deleted the space where they answered questions about what happened, which...
Y'all just rug pulled a bunch of people.
No, there's no rug. We're here every single day. There's no rug pull.
Didn't go well and didn't write anything anymore.
We're here every single day. There's no rug pull. We're here every single day. There's no rug pull.
Doc Hollywood deleted all posts about Hawk coin. At least that's what people say. I don't follow him, so I don't know what he wrote. But it seems to be true, judging by the fact that his last comment was on December 2nd, and the post before that was on October 20th. The third member of this team has also stopped writing anything. But don't be fooled. There is still money to be made from her fans, so I'm pretty sure they will all be back soon. And this silence is just part of a strategy to wait for people to forget about this scam and move on to something new. The strategy always works.
Please disperse! Nothing to see here, please!
My name is Vi. Subscribe.